Xavier University television studio. This is Xavier News.
Good afternoon, Musketeers. I'm Kristen Gallagher.
And I'm VanderToll, and this is Xavier News. University of Notre Dame linebacker Manti Te'o claimed to have found the girl of his dreams, but was it just that, a dream? A huge scandal has erupted around the football player after it came out that his longtime girlfriend was nothing more than a hoax. Te'o's imaginary girlfriend, Lene Kukua, was reported to have died from leukemia in 2012, and Te'o has given conflicted accounts to her fictitious relationship to different members of the press. The extent of Te'o's personal involvement in the scheme remains unclear.
Vice Mayor of Cincinnati, Roxanne Qualls, announced on Thursday that discussions are underway to convert Carew Tower into residential apartments. The Cincinnati landmark was the city's tallest building until 2011 when the Great American Tower opened at 4th and Sycamore. Qualls stated that the conversion would solve two problems downtown: an excess of office space and a need for more stable living community. If Carew Tower went residential, would you want to live there? Tell us by writing on our Facebook page or by tweeting at XUTVC.
The internet was outraged this week when Facebook user Matt Corby uploaded a picture of his foot-long Subway sandwich placed next to a tape measure, revealing to everyone's dismay that the sub is only 11 inches long. Subway customers clearly felt slighted as the picture received more than 130,000 likes and 5,800 comments from frustrated sandwich enthusiasts. Subway issued an apology and even commented on the picture, explaining to Matt and others that because the bread is baked fresh in each store daily, sizes may vary. And speaking of outrage, disgraced cyclist Lance Armstrong, once renowned for winning the Tour de France 7 times in a row and being an Olympic medalist at the 2000 Sydney Games, blatantly admitted in his interview with Oprah Winfrey to using a variety of performance-enhancing substances, a practice that which he said started sometime back in the mid-1990s. He said to Oprah, quote, "I made mistakes, they were a mistake," end quote. During the first of a 2-part interview which aired last night on the Oprah Winfrey Network, Armstrong acknowledged for what he had done and was lying about for years, his position as the ringleader of an elaborate doping scheme that swept him to the top of the podium at the Tour de France time after time. Ms. Winfrey asked Armstrong whether or not he had realized what he had been doing was wrong, to which Armstrong replied, "No, it was," and in his words, "scary." Whether his televised confession will help or hurt Armstrong's bruised reputation and his already tenuous defense in at least 2 pending lawsuits remains to be seen. Either way, a story that seemed almost too good to be true, cancer survivor who returns to win one of sport's most grueling events 7 times in a row, was revealed to be just that. And after all, if you hear from Oprah, you know it's got to be true.
Cincinnatians are gearing up for the opening of the long-awaited Horseshoe Casino this spring. Reporter Andrea Bazzoli headed downtown to update us on the progress.
The sign has been hung, the date has been set, and in less than 100 days, thousands of people will be walking right through these doors into the brand new Horseshoe Casino. The Ohio Casino Control Commission announced on Wednesday, December 12th, that the opening date for Ohio's 4th and last casino had been set. With construction nearly 90% complete, the Horseshoe Casino is set to open on March 4th, 2013. The $400 million casino is located on 23 acres in downtown Cincinnati, and the development spans more than 400,000 feet. I'm Andrea Bazzoli for Channel 14 on the Muskie.
Thanks, Andrea. Now, Xavier Student Activities Council announced this week that Neon Trees and Owl City will be coming to campus this spring as a part of the school's annual concert series. The ticket kickoff for current Xavier students will begin at 5 p.m. on Wednesday, January 23rd in the Gallagher Student Center. Floor seating will be sold at $25 per ticket, and lower bowl seats will be at $20 per ticket.
In other campus news, it was announced on Wednesday that Xavier's longtime athletic director, Mike Babinski, will be leaving the university to accept a position at Georgia Tech this spring. Babinski came to Xavier in 1998, and after 15 years of his leadership, the student-athlete graduation rate is at 97%, ranked 11th in the nation. In addition, Xavier's men's basketball team is one of only 4 teams that have made the NCAA Sweet 16 tournament 4 times in the last 5 years. Father Graham stated in an official release that he, quote, is sincerely grateful to Mike Babinski for his years of dedicated service and wishes him the very best in his new role at Georgia Tech, end quote.
And in entertainment news, the first step has been taken on the road to the Oscars. Last Sunday, the Golden Globes recognized performances in both film and television. It was an upbeat night with SNL veterans Tina Fey and Amy Poehler delivering a comedic performance which did not disappoint. Big winners included the Showtime series Homeland, taking up 3 awards, Daniel Day-Lewis in Lincoln for Best Actor, and Jessica Chastain for Best Actress in a Drama for Zero Dark 30. Hugh Jackman and Anne Hathaway both took home prizes for Les Miserables, which also took Best Picture in a Musical or Drama. Jennifer Lawrence won Best Actress for a comedy for Silver Linings Playbook, and renowned actress Jodie Foster was honored with a Cecil B. DeMille Award for her stunning, almost 50-year career in the business. And Ben Affleck was arguably the biggest winner of the night, taking home Best Director for Argo, which also won for Best Picture. And now, speaking of Best Pictures, here's another edition of my weekly movie review segment, The Golden Reel Review, with another favorite and my pick as the best film of the year.
When hope was high and life worth living.
Based on Victor Hugo's beloved masterpiece and the smash musical adaptation, Les Miserables tells the story of redemption of escaped convict 24601, Jean Valjean, remarkably portrayed by Aussie Renaissance man Hugh Jackman, who masterfully brings this character to life in his best role to date, who is relentlessly hunted by the police officer Xavier, played by compellingly stoic Russell Crowe. And the breathtaking Anne Hathaway as the factory worker Fantine, who inevitably becomes a prostitute, whose hauntingly beautiful rendition of I Dreamed a Dream will bring even the most objective of moviegoers to their emotional cores. In an act of honesty and devotion, Valjean rescues Fantine's daughter, Cosette, from the corrupt innkeepers, the Thénardiers, where they hope to seek out a new life together. But as the years pass and their lives progress, they come to face new unrest, and that of newly discovered love, which brings out wonderful performances in Amanda Seyfried as the adult Cosette, Eddie Redmayne as Marius, and newcomer Samantha Barks as Eponine. And the sweeping backdrop of revolutionary France, which brings forth Jean Valjean's self-discovery of how far he has come as an honest man, and the very lives that he has come to touch so intimately. This is unquestionably one of the best films I have seen this year, for which it is up for 8 Academy Award nominations, and my personal favorite to take home Best Picture. It is a story of struggle and the tragedy of life, but undeniable beauty, love, and spirit comes along with it, through the remarkable story of Jean Valjean, solidified in electrifying music and the performances by this stellar cast. I give Les Miserables 4 stars, and dreaming a reality where this film will only further add to the musical and cultural phenomenon that is this unforgettable story. And this is Jack VanderToll for the Golden Reel Review.
Certainly a must-see film.
Just to make sure to bring a box of tissues, because you're going to need it. Maybe one of these news days we should sing the entire broadcast. How does that sound?
I don't think it's a good idea.
Yeah,
well, that's all for today, Musketeers. Now here's Andrea again to give us the latest on Xavier Sports.
Okay guys, we are going live in 10, ready camera 2, 5, 4, roll and record, 3, 2, 1. Take camera 2.
Welcome to Xavier News. I'm Hannah Black.
And I'm Emily Mayers. We have a lot of exciting news for you today.
Hello, Musketeer fans, and welcome to this week's Xavier Sports Report. I'm Andrea Bazzoli. It's been a big week for many of Xavier's teams, starting with the men's basketball, who are rolling through their A-10 schedule. Last Saturday, the Musketeers had a dominating performance over the George Washington Colonials. The team was led by senior Brad Redford, who had a career-high 7 3-pointers for another career-high 21 points. Freshman Samaje Kristen also chipped in 21 points, and senior Jeff Robinson was the only other Musketeer with double-digit points as he added 12 on 6 for 9 shooting. Kristen's performances against both Temple and GW landed him his 3rd A-10 Rookie of the Week award. Congrats, Samaje. The Musketeers also got their first A-10 road win on Wednesday against the Bonnies of St. Bonaventure. In a rematch of last year's A-10 tournament championship game, Samaje Kristen hit a floating jumper in the lane with 4.8 seconds left in the game to give Xavier a 66-64 win over the Bonnies. The Musketeers will try to go 4-0 in conference play this Saturday at 2 p.m. against the LaSalle Explorers in the Cintas Center. The Lady Musketeers haven't been as lucky in A-10 play this week, falling short against both Duquesne and Butler, making them 0 for 2 in conference play. Despite going on a 23-8 run late in the game against the Dukes last Sunday, the women fell short, losing 56-54. The team was led by senior Amber Gray's 15 points and 9 rebounds. In their first conference road test, the Musketeers' late-game surge again fell short as they lost to Butler 71-67 on Thursday. 3 Musketeers scored in the double digits, with Amber Gray scoring a game-high 20 points, Ashley Wanninger adding 15, and finally Shatira Hawks chipping in 13. The Musketeers will play for their first conference win this Sunday in Charlotte. They'll take on the 49ers at 2 p.m. Switching gears to men's soccer, senior forward Luke Spencer became the first soccer player in Xavier history to get drafted by the MLS. Spencer was selected with the 23rd pick overall by the New England Revolution. Spencer ended his Xavier career with 29 goals and 21 assists, leading his team to 2 A-10 championships and the soccer program's first ever NCAA tournament win. Luke will report to the team's training camp on Sunday and compete for a spot on the Revolution's regular season roster. We wish you all the best, Luke. That's all the news we have for you today for sports. On behalf of everyone in the studio, I'm Andrea Bazzoli, and go Muskies.